What are your thoughts on toxic? What toxic positivity? Is that such a thing?
What?
Toxic positivity?
Toxic positivity? I don't know.
I've never heard that before.
Let's. I don't know what that is, but dive in. Tell us more. What is toxic positivity?
Never heard that before. Toxic positivity is the overgeneralization of happy, optimistic state that results in denial, minimization, and invalidation of the authentic human emotional experience.
Whoa.
Big words.
I'm going to need you to break that down for me.
Someone said, my boss has toxic positivity, and it sent him into a spiral that's a thing. Plus, I said, if I move to Canada, can I work for Evan?
Move to Canada? Wait, what happened to your... Don't you like your job? You got a job. But what okay, how do we interpret that toxic positivity thing?
Can you simplify toxic positivity for us, please?
I'm a slow learner when it's audio.
Yeah, and I don't want to read something into it that may not be there.
Unless Drew can.
Read it off one more time.
Classify it. Okay, toxic positivity. Okay, the overgeneralization of happy, optimistic state that results in denial.
I got to interrupt because my mind is distracted right now. It reminds me of the spelling bee. You know, it's like, can you say it in a sentence? You ever seen those spelling bees where it's like some crazy long word, and then what's the origin? Is it Greek? Can you say it in a sentence, please? You know, that's what I feel like we're going through. Okay, sorry. Now I'm focused again. Go.
Okay, good. So, optimistic state that results in denial, minimization, and invalidation of the authentic human emotional experience.
Okay, Dan read it like 3 times as fast, so it was even harder.
Drew, the denial of what?
Self.
Optimistic state that results in denial, right? And then minimization and invalidation of the authentic human emotional experience.
Okay, so let me see if I can translate.
Okay,
so
let's go. So
basically, you're so positive about everything that you don't see reality. Is that how I should be interpreting that?
Is that it, Brandon? How do you interpret it, Brandon, or how does your boss interpret it?
In one sentence or 2 lines. Yeah, simple. If you want to be understood, make it simple. Make it simple, so we can understand what toxic positivity is. Never heard of it before. Is it a thing?
But if he was that toxic, if he's that, like, why is he hurt by it then? If he's just so blind to everything, why is he not just massively positive when he heard that?
I took it like there's people out there who are so negative and so miserable, they don't want to be happy. And here you are coming with your positivity and happiness. And they're like, oh, that's toxic to me because I don't want to feel happy. I want to stay in my misery and whatever. And you're living in some dream world because life is not good. Everything is good.
So he clarified. He said basically, so you're positive. So
how are you reading the chat when we're playing the game, Drew?
What do you mean?
Drew can do that, man.
All right.
Drew be typing in the chat, Evan.
How's Drew's game? Okay, he's got an assist at least. Okay, he's doing stuff.
So he's saying that basically, that's the definition. Someone sent my boss who didn't understand. Basically, you're so positive you don't see the emotions everyone experiences.
Okay, but now he just showed that he doesn't, that he's not, because he's now in a tailspin. Didn't he follow up and say now his boss is depressed or something, or in a tailspin?
I don't know.
Don't stress out. Being positive is a good thing. Tell him Evan Carmichael said so.
Yeah. And Zan the man, I concur that.
How was the interview?
That was fun. And Brandon came on at the end.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me see. Posh got some things he wants to say.
What do you want to work for me in Toronto for, Brandon? What are you doing?
I always wanted to move to Toronto, and me and the boss have opposing views on how to grow his podcast. He isn't gaining the traction he wants.
Okay.
He just wants fame. And the way he pushed me to lose weight, it was a lot of bullying behind the scenes to make the weight at the weigh-ins for Cameron.
Got it. Okay. So, listen, it's great. Like, if you're, if you want to help people grow their podcasts, there's lots of people who would want to take you on.
Yeah.
Lots of people need help, and you can align yourself with people who are better fits philosophically for what you're trying to do. You don't have to move to Toronto. I mean, moving to Toronto, you can't even move to Toronto unless you have a Canadian, passport or dual citizenship. You can't just move across the border. But start looking. Like, what do you want to do? What's the service you ideally want to provide? What do you want to help people with? Booking guests on podcasts? I mean, that's how I know you, is that you reached out, you came here, and that's how we started doing this. But what do you want to be doing? Is that what you want to do? Are you booking guests on podcasts? Like, what's your specialty?
Okay, cool. I'm about to get caught up. Okay, Fonda White, here we go. We're going to help you, Fonda. We're going to help you, brother. Okay. You said, that makes sense. How do you know? He said, that makes sense. How do you know it's the right one? But you're right. Focus you're right. Focus got to stay focused. Then he says, I think the coaching can help. So you're right. I would stick with coaching. You are right. Then he says, but yes, 90 days is what I'm going to do. He says, stick with coaching for 90 days and see where it takes me. That's how I will provide value, especially in the mental health community. I so appreciate it, guys. I really do. It's hard because there's no one to talk to about this around me, but me and my head. That's why you come here, Fonda, because we are your community. We are your brothers. We will help you. But I think what you just chose, coaching, is the immediate solution, and it's the best way. Now, this is just my opinion, okay? I think it's right, though. But this is my opinion. It's right. I know it's right. I really do. But because even Evan confirms this. Because Evan says coaching is everything. Everything is coaching. Coaching is the number one best way to serve humanity. It's the number one best way, especially when you learn how to wear their skin. Because in coaching, I got acronyms for that, but I'm just going to give you a couple of ideas. Coaching, it shows that you care. You share, you listen to people, you encourage people, you love people, you heal people, you make people feel a part of something, make them feel like they belong. You give them hope. Coaching just fills in so many gaps that other professions cannot fill in. And in your situation with coaching, you get to have a shared experience, a shared lived experience, and other people get to share their lived experience with you, and you get to give them some guidance, some 1, 2, 3, some strategies. That rhymes. You know what I'm saying? So coaching, and also it gets you paid immediately. That is built to serve. And that's why Evan kind of guided me as my coach and mentor. Zan, you need to be coaching. Coaching. You do it for 90 days, man, it's going to make a big difference.
He's got his first clients. It's happening.
Yeah, man. And you know what? And as one coach to another, go to zantheman.com, sign up for a free coaching session with me. And I can give you more guidance on this. Because here, it's okay, but it's sound bites, and we can't really get into, the depth of it. Book a coaching session with me, man. I got you.
The thing to keep in mind with coaching, like why it's helpful at the beginning, is because it gets you paid, which is great because everything else could take a long time. But two, it gets you close to customers. Like, you have to start talking to people. And that, even if your long-term ambition isn't to be a coach, it gets you in the door, understanding what their problems are, so you can come up with great ways to solve those problems and serve those people. Because if you're just sitting at home kind of going it over and over in your head, it's like, it's a great idea one day, it's not a great idea the next day.
Yeah.
You won't know until you actually start going off. I think he asked, like, how do I know if it's the right one? By doing it and seeing. Right? I mean, I had the idea for this stream. Let's do it. And maybe we've been going pretty long on this, but maybe I don't like it 3 days in. Okay, great. I'll move on to something else. But I won't know until I go off and actually do it.
And also, it's the same advice he gave to Posh, because she's writing the book. If you really want to get that book out there and get it done accurately, you got to get out there and coach and feel the people and know the people. And then that's going to inform you to write your book much better.
That's the same thing I told to Zane.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Fonda says, yes, at Fonda White Jr., thank you. He says, and yes, Zan, I feel like I have those qualities from feeling worthless, suicidal attempts, and my mental illness, schizoaffective disorder, and all the things I've been molested and guns pointed to my head, a lot of things in my life, beaten by my dad, all this stuff. So I definitely feel like I can help people. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Again, your purpose come from your pain. So you have a lot of pain there, and there's going to be a lot of people out there you can make a difference in their lives.
Mm-hmm. And they need your help, man. They need your message. Coaching,
man, 90 days. And once you get into that, you're not going to turn back, man, because coaching is going to fill you up like nothing else. You're going to just do it for 90 days, man. Mark today as day one, and you can start coaching right now. You can go on Instagram Live. Somebody's going to show up and say, listen, I want to coach you.
Well, look, he got a client by DMing people.
Yeah.
It's gone through the process already.
Yeah, you already had a client.
So
that's great, dude.